Make the galaxy great again. Revenge of the Trump. As the galaxy teetered on the brink of disaster with the execution of Order 66, a mysterious portal opened within the Jedi Temple. From it emerged an orange figure. It was Donald Trump. The Force itself seemed to have intervened, bringing a wild card in at a pivotal moment of galactic history. Confused yet undeterred, Trump surveyed his surroundings. The temple was in turmoil, with clone troopers turning against the Jedi. Al-Qaeda? He wondered aloud, quickly realizing the gravity of the situation. In the shadows, a figure observed Trump's arrival with keen interest. Anakin Skywalker, soon to be Darth Vader. Anakin had been moments from striking down the younglings when the approaching newcomer caught his eye. Trump, using his instincts for negotiation, described in detail in his book, The Art of the Deal, approached Anakin. "You look like someone who could use some help," he said, intuitively sensing Anakin's internal conflict. "I've made peace with North Korea and Iran. This'll be a piece of cake. Let's work something out." Anakin, driven by a desperate need to save Padme, believed destroying the Jedi was his only path. His master, Sidious, had promised him the power to prevent her death, a promise that fueled his descent towards the dark side. "My master said it's the only way to save Padme." "It's fake news," Trump said bluntly. "Your master is using you, just like Hillary used her people. You know she should be in prison, right? I mean, if Hillary Clinton can't satisfy her husband, what makes her think she can satisfy America? It's the same game here, Anakin. They promise you everything until they get what they want, and then you're expendable." Anakin's grip on his lightsaber tightened. Trump's words pierced through the veil of deceit and manipulation he had been under. He closed his eyes for a moment, searching the Force. In his heart, he felt the Force was guiding him to trust this orange man who could save them all, including Padme. "Can you help me save Padme?" he questioned, his voice a mix of hope and doubt. "Listen, I've dealt with liars and cheaters all my life," Trump continued. "Palpatine's no different. He's taking advantage of you, using your fear, your love, to control you. Join me, and we'll find another way to save Padme without destroying everything." The idea of an alternative path, one that could save Padme without the cost of his soul, appealed desperately to Anakin. He recognized he was being manipulated by Sidious as his only way to save Padme, forcing him to betray his friends, but perhaps he could avoid this terrible fate. "I will be your apprentice, my new master," said Anakin, kneeling before Trump, the weight of his previous choices heavy on his heart. "Show me this other way. You're hired. Now take me to this Sidious. He sounds like a real scumbag." But Darth Sidious, who had already sensed the anomaly in the Force, decided to meet this intruder himself, arriving at the temple entrance with his guards. "Sidious," said Anakin, alerting his new master to the presence of the old. As Darth Sidious approached, his eyes narrowed on the unexpected pair. "Vader, what is this treachery?" he hissed, his voice dripping with malevolence. Trump, unfazed by the Sith Lord's presence, stepped forward. "You must be the big guy here. Palpatine, heard a lot about you, not the good kind. You've been manipulating my new apprentice with fake news," he gestured towards Anakin. "Just like a corrupt politician, but I'm here to drain your swamp." Sidious, taken aback by Trump's audacity, sneered. "And who are you to challenge the power of the Sith?" Meanwhile, on Kashyyyk, Yoda, meditating amidst the chaos of the Order 66, felt a profound shift in the Force. His eyes snapped open, a realization dawning upon him. The true chosen one, Appeared he has, Yoda murmured. Bring balance to the Force. He will. Donald Trump, he is. Make the galaxy great he shall. Back at the Jedi Temple, the confrontation escalated. Anakin stood by Trump, his resolve strengthened by his new master's confidence. I'm done being your puppet, Sidious. I choose a different path. Sidious, enraged, unleashed a torrent of Force lightning towards Trump. In a swift move, Trump, guided by the Force, deflected the attack using a nearby piece of debris as a shield. The sight of Trump, a non-Force user, standing his ground against a Sith Lord, stunned everyone present. Seems I've got some tricks up my sleeve too, Trump quipped, surprising even himself. There's no need to go to war. How about we make a deal? Sidious, intrigued by this audacious being, replied, You are not of this galaxy. What could you possibly offer? Trump leaned in. I've brokered deals with nations, businesses, even TV networks. I sense divisions here, and I can help make this galaxy great again. I think not, hissed Sidious, drawing two red lightsabers and lunging towards Anakin and Trump. Anakin, reacting swiftly, ignited his own lightsaber, intercepting Sidious's deadly strike. The two engaged in a fierce duel, their blades clashing with intense fury. Trump, though lacking Anakin's combat skills, stood firm, a symbol of the alternative path he offered. Anakin, remember what's at stake. Trump shouted over the din of battle. We're fighting for Padme, for the galaxy's future. Amidst the chaos, a group of surviving Jedi, sensing the shift in the Force, arrived to confront the Sith Lord. Jedi Masters, leading the charge, joined the fight, blue and green lightsabers, a beacon of hope in the darkened temple. As the battle raged within the sacred walls of the Jedi Temple, Trump, newly imbued with an untrained yet potent connection to the Force, focused his will. With a determined furrow of his brow and an outstretched hand, he called upon his newfound powers. The very stones of the temple responded, rising from the ground to form a formidable wall around the perimeter. We're gonna build a wall, and the Sith are going to hate it, he declared, his voice echoing with a resolve as strong as the barrier he conjured. Sidious, now outnumbered, fought with desperate savagery. But the combined force of Anakin, Trump, and the Jedi began to overpower him. Anakin, fueled by a newfound purpose, fought not for anger or revenge, but for the future he desired with Padme. In the critical moment, as Sidious prepared to unleash another barrage of lightning, Trump stepped forward. Sidious, you're fired. Sidious, witnessing the tide turning against him, realized the battle was lost for now. His gaze lingered on Trump, a curious and dangerous anomaly, before retreating into the shadows from whence he came. This is not the end, he vowed, his voice a menacing whisper carried away to the winds of Mustafar. In the aftermath, the Jedi Temple remained standing but heavily scarred by the conflict. Trump's makeshift wall protecting it from the worst of the assault. Yoda and the other masters approached Trump, their expressions grave yet touched with relief. Saved us, you have, Yoda acknowledged, his gaze piercing. Strong in you, the Force is, but untrained you remain. Join the Jedi Council, you shall. We'll have the best Jedi training, the greatest the galaxy has ever seen, Trump assured, his confidence unwavering. And we'll win, bigly. The Masters exchanged glances, uncertain of what the future held with this unconventional warrior in their midst. Yet, the Force moved in mysterious ways, and they knew the path ahead needed all the strength it could gather. As Sidious sat in contemplation on the fiery vistas of Mustafar, furious at the unexpected turn of events, the air beside him shimmered. A portal, crackling with energy, opened abruptly, casting a glow against the dark, jagged rocks. The Sith Lord's eyes widened in surprise and caution as an elderly woman stepped out from the swirling vortex. The woman stood with an air of determination and experience, her gaze locking on to Sidious. "I believe we have much to discuss," she said, her voice carrying the weight of authority and unspoken power. Sidious's eyes narrowed as he assessed this unexpected intruder. "You are bold to confront me alone. Do you not realize the power I wield? I seek to join you and serve the dark side of the Force," said the newcomer, kneeling before Sidious. "I see," cackled Sidious with laughter. "Together we will destroy the Jedi and rule the galaxy." "Yes, Master. Arise, Darth Hillary."
Thanks for joining us on this adventure. If you enjoyed the journey and are eager for more wild fan fiction, don't forget to hit that like button, share with your fellow fans, and subscribe for more episodes. And if you're as enchanted by the idea of Middle-earth meeting Hogwarts as we are, make sure to check out our series exploring this magical crossover. Your support brings these worlds to life. Until next time, keep the fantasy alive.